Hello, hello. Day 77 of 365 days of my raw suspending disbelief journey. It is July 8th, 2024, and I am continuing to work on clearing out the chaos by bringing in more structure and planning. So I've had this chaos energy that just doesn't want to seem to shake off. Um, and my natural strengths are in areas of structuring things and planning and all of that. And so I've decided that I'm going to go hard on it. Um, I'm suspending disbelief that all of the organizational methods that I have utilized over the years that I'm excellent at are going to take me to where I need to go. And one of the things that I decided to do today to help with getting work back on track, getting income flowing again, getting back on that suspending disbelief bus is taking my work out of my bed. So I have loved, working from home, working from bed, like just being able to sit in my bed, be comfy and work. Um, but what comes out of that is not a lot of comfort. There's a lot of back pain and neck strain and headaches and even a little bit of TMJ and all of these kinds of things that are starting to show up for me. So today I really got down to it and made a plan for how I'm going to work around my home and not in my bed. I still want to be able to work from home. I don't want to have to go somewhere else to do my work, but I cannot keep working just from my bed. So I have a little desk in my living room, family room area where I can be working side by side with the kids while they're playing games, while they're, yeah, for anything from video games to puzzles to crafts to, whatever. This is the space that they do it. So for me to work beside them while they're doing those things and not be bothered by the noise, I needed to choose tasks that my brain does better at with a little bit of distraction. So I decided that at that desk, I will work on content creation. Now, writing content is something that I can do almost any time of any month. With distractions is fine, all of it. So I will do now. This is another thing, is getting myself off my screen quite so much because I've gotten into this scattered energy lately, that chaos energy again. Where now I'm on my screen thinking that I'm working and I'm not really being intentional enough with the tasks that I'm doing. And this is a big reason why I have been struggling in the financial zone, where my suspending disbelief has not continued because I have allowed myself to go unintentional. So what I intend to do is plan out my content on paper and then write my actual content at this desk. I have also set up, we have a little bar area built in the basement downstairs, right beside the toy room, like attached to it. It's open to the toy room. And um, I will do any of my financial planning, taxes, budgeting, any of that kind of work there. And that stuff is something that I avoid like crazy, um, especially after this last couple of years of fight or flight financial state. So, what I'm going to do is, this is just another way of me being side by side with my kids while they're playing. So, they are also having to earn their screen time this summer, and they are required to do a certain amount of time doing other activities before they're able to have their screens. So, one of those things is playing with toys, playing downstairs. And while they do that, instead of sending them away from me, I will work on these tasks again, which do not require concentration. They just require me to do them. um, and my main intention and goal for, especially for July, but for the entire summer, is to be present with my kids a lot more and and be bringing in the abundance financially. So for me to do both, this is just a way that I have thought of to do it, is to be working side by side with their play. Um, so again, these financial tasks, because I find them so boring, that's one of my biggest reasons for procrastinating them. It is something that I will be able to focus on while they're playing beside me, and not be bothered or frustrated if they interrupt me. So working on that there. And then talking about my office, which I have set up to look beautiful on video, to record things, with all my soundproofing up and all of that. And that will be the only thing really, other than live calls, that I do in my actual office. And the reason for that is because it feels confining. I can't see a window, I can't see outside. And um, it's cold. It's really cold in there. So I did get myself a space heater for when it's needed, but I don't really enjoy spending time in there because I can't see outside, and I love to see outside. So I'm reducing the amount that I expect myself to be in there, even though I haven't been using it for that anyways. I have been avoiding that space. But by designating, okay, this is what I'm going to be doing in that space, and these are the things I'm going to be doing in the other spaces, and so on, that helps me to just release the guilt of I'm not using my office and I'm sitting in my bed, and know, okay, this is when I need to be in my office, this is when I need to be in the bar area, this is when I need to be at the desk in the living room, and giving myself a specific area to move to that's already pre-set up. So the great thing with the bar area is that I can have all my stacks of paper laid out when it comes to tax paperwork and stuff like that, and I don't have to put them away or pull them back out and set myself back up again every time. So it saves me a little bit of time that way. And I just have my space set up specifically for what I need. I set myself up a folder system in the living room with my desk, for all of my different content stuff that I'm going to be working through, and all of these types of things. I started to bring in the structures that I know will support me in being super successful and getting through things super, super quickly. So bringing back in my strengths to help support the results that I'm suspending disbelief about. Um and really I am suspending disbelief that all of this organization is going to get me there. So doing all of this stuff may seem counterproductive, may seem like, okay, but you're not actually getting that work done, etc. But when I give myself supporting structure like this, I know that I work phenomenally well, that I am wildly productive. And so that is what I worked on today. That's what has been my focus. So um yeah, that's really all that I wanted to share about today, and I will talk to you tomorrow.